Hold on. Let's go. Let's go live.
Who is this baby face gangster? I didn't. Yo, that threw me off. My camera tilted. Y'all excuse the pardon my dust. Baby face gangster.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy. You can't even trust people to not switch up on you. That's crazy. This nigga don't look like 2003 Pete.
You sound like the Wayne.
Shit. Man, I got my it's a lot going on my end right now. I got my chair all the way to the heavens right now.
Wow.
I can't even move.
You got a minute.
I'm not even late,
Nah. Nah. Yes.
but I know who is now.
He was on. He's like, I gotta make me a drink real quick. So he
See,
ducked off to get his
be
juice.
prepared. Listen, gotta get that vaccine.
Hey.
Woo!
Oh
Okay, here we
man.
go. Here we go. The baby face gangster boy.
Nah. Had to let the
Jesus
face breathe.
Christ.
It's
Look
been
like Nori out here.
5 years.
Listen, I haven't seen my
5 years.
cheeks since 2013.
Oof. Ooh, yeah, I had to let it breathe for a minute. it was what because it was starting to it was like just a dry feel to it. I ain't like it, so
This nigga, nah, you having a midlife crisis.
figured out yeah, no, it'll grow back. Trust me, I don't feel right without it. I
Yo,
feel
I'm like, yo,
prepared.
who is this fresh face Similac on his breath?
Different now.
Listen, man, y'all got me for an hour. I got appointments in the morning.
Oh, hey,
Did I told you? I told you I have a hybrid class and I got to go on campus.
yeah. Oh yeah, you said
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays, right?
Yeah. Oh my, bro. I must have been drunk the night I was scheduling my classes because I don't know how I missed that.
Wow. Thank you, baby.
Ew, I'm about to throw up.
Swoop already done got me. Like Swoop, but you should have saw his face when like he looked up. He like, "Whoa, hey!" Like
Yo, that caught me off guard.
the camera tilted and everything. It wasn't a good look.
Yo, Camber didn't know what was going on. We thought we was on the wrong podcast. I said I noticed
Drink
the link
champs.
he sent me. It sure is drink champs tonight.
Nigga, like on drink champs. Nigga done already told me I look like Nori. I'm like, God dang.
Yeah. N-O-R-E, Nori stands for now we on the run eating. Yo, shout out to Nori, man. Shout out to podcasts like that because that's why we do what we do. People inspire us, man.
Oh man.
Bring us on the show. I know nobody know us, but just bring us on the show, man.
Oh yeah, drink champs. I don't think we'll last on drink champs.
Yo, all I know is Maine got a grapefruit tree in the backyard, and he's plucking the right grapefruit right now, or something. Who's that?
Will.
Is that Jay? Well,
Nah, it's Will. Don't
I
knock
don't
my
know why
hat,
names
Will.
ain't coming up for me no more.
Yeah, relax with that, Will. Well, I'm
Yeah,
looking.
hella
I got
fire.
my screen on Facebook too, so I can see who comments that are trying to look at it on my phone and everything. Just need some fly fishing hooks in it. Man, you crazy. Polo, I ain't put no hooks in his hat. Nuts.
That'd be crazy.
Is you crazy?
That'd be crazy. Some fly fishing hooks.
Him. I'm going to get a drink. That was 10 minutes ago.
Yo, he's chopping down a grapefruit tree or something. He in there. He juicing right now. I don't know. He's doing something.
Crazy. Late like
Oh, I heard
me.
the door. Heard the door slam.
What's up?
What's going on? Hey, why you ain't warn me about this baby face killer over here,
I don't know. This cat, I don't know what he on. Trying to take my spot.
bro?
Yeah, Will say you fell in the toilet.
Damn.
Damn. We said it at the
My
same time.
glasses, brother.
Damn.
Oh
Yo,
man,
that's Maine made that damn more famous than Don Cheadle. I promise you.
damn.
What's that?
The way
That
you
when
just
you say
said, damn.
damn. Yo, Don Cheadle ain't got nothing on yours, Joe.
Damn. Okay.
Didn't do it again.
See?
Do it on
On
the
cue.
man.
On cue.
Oh man. Well,
Man,
we in the
say
fold,
yeah.
kids. Hell, ain't no used to holding it. You want to go ahead and bust them with it now, and then go to the intro. Or you want to go to the intro and then come back with it?
That's on you. You want
Go ahead
I'm
and
to?
make it
excited to see
last.
this. Let's bust him in the head right now because I want to see it.
No, you done seen it. It's just something funny to kick the show
Oh,
off.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh shit. What's going on with it?
Buffering.
Oh man,
That
gotta
thing
love
busts
that.
back on you, boy.
Yeah, you got to be careful not to get hit in the face with the 12 game with the shotty.
That'll bust
Yeah.
back on you.
You got to be wow. That kickback. I see y'all boys in a minute.
All right.
Hey, what it do? What it be by? We back.
What up? What up?
What it do, kids? What it do? It's your boy Drew,
Yeah.
This Eric.
Swoop.
and we are the global unknowns, fellas. What's
Yo.
happening?
And I just still laughing about this cat with that 12 gauge.
Yo.
He grew up around him, but shit, I guess he don't know how to hold him down.
Yeah, Will light his ass up in the comments right now.
Yo.
Oh man. Hey, y'all, welcome to episode 58.
Damn.
Dang.
8. Yeah.
We getting up there.
Trying to climb that ladder. Trying to climb it. Before we start everything, want to give a huge birthday shout out to my girl, Ari.
All right,
My
go.
baby is a teenager
Hey.
today.
Dang.
Happy birthday.
Yeah,
niece.
Shiori, happy birthday,
happy
baby.
birthday.
Hope you celebrated
Ari,
good
go.
today. Had a great day. Huge shout out to you. My baby is 13. Damn.
Doggy.
Yo.
Yeah.
Them
Now it
days.
begins.
Yo. I know how to use a shotgun. I won't be like that nigga.
Yeah, I'm
in
about
the-
to say
in the
that keep
video.
away from cats like Buddy in the beginning.
Cause listen,
Yeah,
he gonna
I
shoot
ain't
her
worried
before
about
he
that.
shoots somebody else.
Nah, I
Yeah,
ain't worried
yeah.
about that. I ain't man.
It's
Ain't
crazy.
worried
You got a
about that.
13-year-old, bro.
13. She is 13. It was funny too, cause my boy Ron hit me up. Shout out to him. I remember when Ari was born, he was in the hospital that day too. His niece was being born. So every year, me and him would shoot each other a text because they were born
That's
on the
what's up.
same day. So that shit crazy. And shout out to Ben daughter tomorrow, Lariah. She'll be 13 tomorrow. So her and Ari are a day
That's
apart.
what's up.
So
Okay.
That's what's up.
yeah, yeah. And another shout
This
out
nigga
Dave
got a 13-year
Chappelle.
old. You look like you about 18 with that cut.
Hey, relax.
Who was that? Will say he remember taking you to the hospital.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a friend, yo.
Yeah.
For
Yeah, it was
real.
man,
That's a
it was
friend.
crazy. It was Will, it was Will, John, Dustin, Travis, Chad. All of us was at the hospital that day. It was
That
crazy.
yo, that's lifelong people you got to keep around, man.
Yeah, I gave a house. I remember I gave a house key to Chad because I told him to go walk Chappelle for me.
Oh, yo, shout out to Chappelle, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my God. You gave him away, right?
yeah, I had to. He went through depression when Ari was born. Yeah,
Damn.
shout out to Dave Chappelle. Today his birthday as well. So shout out to
Oh,
him
shout out to
Chappelle,
the
today.
GOAT
Chappelle.
Yeah, got Chappelle
on
birthday
Kobe
today.
Day.
Ari birthday. Kobe Day.
R.I.P. Kobe.
Yeah, hell of a day, man. Let's
Hell
go.
yeah. The third best player ever to play the game of basketball.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he did that bullshit.
We are not gonna ruin the show
Yo,
tonight with that.
nah.
But as
Listen,
always, fellas, how's your mental health, big bro?
Um, I'm okay. Talked to my therapist yesterday. And some things I need to apply, and that's something I probably wouldn't have said months or years ago that I talked to a therapist. But man, I gotta have help. I need help. It's a lot going on in the world that I just can't solve and stuff. I can't
yeah,
deal with it all. And I need help with my past, present, and how I'm gonna act in the future. So, having a neutral party um, assess everything for me that pretty much everything that I tell them because they can only assess what you tell them, and opening up more and more is helping quite a bit. You can go through therapy and not tell them shit, and guess what? You won't get shit. And people, I've been going to therapy, this and that. Well, obviously you ain't getting no help because you ain't telling nobody nothing. And you gotta let things be known and
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and stuff like that. And I'm not gonna dive into it because this ain't the therapy session, and I ain't paying nobody on this show. So, but
Yo, spill your heart, man. That's what we're here for. Get all of that.
nah, it. I
Offline,
do it.
offline.
Yeah, I do it where it's needed, and if it was something that was show worthy, I would.
Yeah,
Some people they use social media as a therapy session, and that ain't what that shit for, man. Because
yeah,
you go get a whole lot of answers, and you go get some misdirection and all kind of shit that you don't need,
yeah,
and that's not for. To get on social media and tell people what you got going on in your life, good, bad, ugly, that's not what it's for.
yeah. Nah.
You can use it as that, but you better be prepared for every repercussion that come your way.
Very
Um,
true.
because you put it out there, and people got to understand, and we've said this in many episodes, once it's out there, it ain't no bringing it back. You can delete, you can fucking delete your page, but somebody somewhere screenshot something to where they can put it back, and the apps that you put it on, that shit's there forever. You got to
Yeah,
understand one thing, and if you don't understand anything else, people in business have to keep a record of everything they do for 10 years. So if nothing else, your shit gonna be out there for 10 years
at least.
at least. At least that's just like credit reports. Everything on your credit report for 7 to 10 years. Ain't no, well, I got rid of that bill. No, it's gonna be out there for a while. You know, that's just the way it
It's just
works.
floating, but it's gonna be
Yeah,
there.
yeah, that's just the way it worked. You know, you could have paid it off. Hell, I got some stuff. Somebody was like, "Hey, you remember you settled this debt, this and that?" Because I just went through a refinance, and I had a bill, and I settled it with the company, and that was something I was doing back in the day. I told y'all, you know, if you want some help with some bills, I can show you and direct you on how to do it, but there's some negative um there's some negative kickback to that, you know.
Like that 12 gauge.
Yeah, pretty much like better lip up. But let's just say, you know, you got a $5,000 bill and you know you settle it for $900 or something.
Oof.
Okay, hey, sound good. Hey, man, I ain't got to pay that other 4,100 off. I'm straight. But what goes to the credit bureaus is settled for less than what was owed. And
That's how they
see,
get you.
that's how they get you. That's how they get you. And you know, you could take it both ways. Okay, I ain't got to pay these motherfuckers $4,100, but everybody for the next how many years gonna know I settled for less than owed. They don't know what how it was settled or anything like that because it shows what was owed, but they don't show what was paid. You know what I'm saying? So, and I know credit bureaus because the line of business that I do, I know what's sent to the credit bureaus. Hell, I could clean my credit report up, but I don't want the black trucks coming to pick me up. Because they'll be there quick. Cause
Wait, nigga
yeah,
be on the pod like, hold up, there's somebody at my door.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
all of
why
a
I say
sudden.
I know how to do it, but I ain't gonna do it. But yeah. So when I refinanced, they were like, "Well, we could have put you in this program, but we got this thing right here showing that you set up." I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That was back in 2017.
That's
They're
crazy.
like, "Well, it's gonna be on your credit report for 10 years." I was like, "Motherfucker!" So long story short, whatever you put out there um on these platforms and stuff, technically they keep all that stuff. They probably
Yeah, that
keep
ain't
it
going
for
nowhere.
forever. It ain't going nowhere.
Right.
But
It
to
go in your
you,
file straight to your FBI agent.
yeah, yeah. But to you, you think, oh, I deleted it off the app. Yeah, you deleted it so that the regular ham and egger can't see it, but but somebody else that know what they doing,
This
they
dude,
can
man.
see it. They can pull it up. So just so you
That's a
know,
click of the button too for them. They just,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
you want that?
that
Yeah, here it is. Click, 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 click.
yeah, that ain't nothing to somebody that know what they doing. But somebody with the latest and greatest smartphone like you that don't know how to do nothing but post, they can't go find that because
Him and Eggers in
uh,
1943.
hey, they just a ham and egg that can just post and retrieve. So I'm a,
Yo,
I'm a,
Oh,
I'm gonna tell it how it is, man. That's all
hungry.
everybody is. If
A
you
ham and
don't,
egger.
if you're not into this shit, then you outside of it, honestly. And
If you
you
not in
just
it, you outside, baby.
that's
That's a
dude,
yo. That's another quote. That's another quote.
that's just it. And people think, well, I got this great cell phone, I can do all this shit. No, you could just post, take pictures, videos, and all that shit that my 10-year-old can do. You ain't doing shit.
just a
My
ham and
4-year-old can
egger.
do that.
You just a ham and egger. So
This
somebody
motherfucker.
that know what they're doing, they can go and retrieve all that shit and
Yo,
bring it back for you and show
it'll
you.
show up like them guns in the Matrix.
Hey, dude, people just gotta understand technology is way past them.
It's vast.
And just because you got the latest phone and got the updates on the apps and everything, you still don't know a goddamn thing. And that's plain and simple. I don't know what no other way to put it. You just know how to post and like posts. That's it. So, in other words, my mental health okay because if I can say some shit like that, I'm good, dude, and not give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm alright.
Swoop.
Yeah, man. Yo, after that, I'm better. Like, yeah, man. Me and the family were uh watching a church service not too long ago. It was just ended at like 8:30. And man, it lifted my spirits because like man said, it's a lot, man. It's a lot on your shoulders just going through life, having to talk to people about certain things. So I know last week I was at like a 5.5. I'm probably at like an 8 right now. And that's a hell of a jump, man. Like
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's leaps
from
and
week to
bounds.
listen, even if I said I was at a 6, that's still a leap.
Yeah.
But I'm learning how to flow and how to move with the current and not fight against it. Because you know us, man. When we need to get something done, we gonna try and figure out 45 million different ways to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's probably just one that's right in our face, but we can't see it because we're moving so much. So
Yeah,
yeah, man. Like I had a mishap with a client. Got a wedding on Friday. Some things didn't fit, but we were able to um to get them situated. So like that was a situation I was worrying about. But one of my men, the guy who actually referred the groom to us, he was like, "Yo, I got you. Like, things happen. We good. 75% or really 90% of the what we purchased fit. It was just a little mishap on size and foot. My thighs got a little bit bigger or whatever, but it was just something that your business for me, my name is everything, especially with this business because my kid's name is on it. So I want to make sure that their name is good when that, when the business's name is put out there. So just thinking about that, thinking about being a father of 3 kids, got my mother and my mother-in-law living here, trying to make sure my wife is good. Just, it's just a lot. And if you know anything about the men in our family, like we are providers. We do everything we can for the people that we love. So it was weighing on me, but this week it just feels like the load is being lifted for whatever reason, and I'm just moving with the flow. So yeah, I'm doing a lot better than I was last week for sure.
that's great, man.
Deals. Good
Yeah.
deals.
What you got there, bro?
Big, yeah.
I'm good, man. I'm up there. I'm about a 9 a day.
Ooh, wait. I need some claps for the nines. I need a
Yeah.
clap for the nine. Yes.
Uh,
Thank you. Thank
yeah. It was
you.
last week. Um I talked to y'all. I'm not gonna get into it real deep on the pod, but Ara was
Yeah.
going through some things and just was worried about her last week and
Yeah.
you know just little faith and this patience pretty much, and people went in there, did what they need to do, cleaned her up, got her right after a rough week for her.
Yeah.
um and to have her celebrating her 13th birthday today, it's always good. I'm glad she had a good day. We talked to her. We tried to call her. She told Belinda to call her early in the morning. So, we up at 6 something. We called this 5 o'clock her time. I'm like, damn, you call her this early?
Yo,
Like, she told me to call her. Like, yeah, that I'm gonna call. So, you know,
Right.
I am
yeah,
weak.
she wasn't up. And so she called us back a little later. and we talked to her. And she, she was excited. She, she felt better. She was, walking good and everything like that. And just warm her spirits up, man. Just happy
Yeah.
that she had a good day. And Leighton talked to her when we picked her up from school, and she was happy to hear from her sister and everything like that. And it's funny with those two when they're not around each other. It's always "I love you," "I miss you," and as soon as they get around each other, like "God damn it, when you going home?" Like
It's like the
they ready.
odd couple.
Yeah, they ready to choke each other out around it like damn WWE match around the house. But
Off the
yeah,
top rope.
yeah, I'm clicking it by the nine, man. It's been
That's what's
good this
up.
week. Shit. What day was that? Uh, day last week. Was it last week? No, it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday. I got to see a buddy of mine I hadn't seen I think been 10 years since I seen Kurt.
Damn.
Maybe 10, maybe longer than that. I mean, it's been a minute, and went to see him. Shout out to him, shout out to Meg. Went to see him and went out to eat with him and everything like that, and just got to kick it. And it was just good to see him for a little bit of time that I did because I had to work the next day, so I didn't want to be out too late.
Yeah.
But it was just good just to roll out and unwind and kick it with him. Me and the wife, jumped in the truck and just left and hung out together and got to see some friends and shit like that. She got to meet people from my past and
Not too many of them,
good
man.
friends I had. Nah, it's just
Got to meet the right ones.
yeah, crazy ass. But my homeboy just got to meet them and we got to kick it and just eat a little dinner and walk around and get caught up on some things in life. And it's just good seeing people that you hadn't seen in a while. There was just a good
It's
feeling.
always
So
good.
Yeah.
always good to get out and especially people you call your friends and everything like that. It's good to just get out and look at
I'm just
Especially when they
playing.
owe you,
It was a joke.
especially when they don't owe you no money.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
Especially when
hell,
they
when
not
they
no
do,
regular ham and
they'll see
eggers.
you and they'll just you know
They
well,
ain't no
oh
if they
regular
owe
yeah.
you
ham and
some money,
eggers.
they ain't trying to see you.
It's gonna be another 10 years before you see him.
Nah.
Old ham and eggers.
Yeah, we were talking and we just gonna try to just keep in touch with each other, man. Text each other and just keep in touch now. And it's good to do that. That's like shout out to Will who always watching the show and participate in everything like that because he me and him talk all the time. I've known Will damn near 20 years now, so
That's
it's
crazy.
it's it's been a minute, man. It's good to keep up with folks like that and stuff. So I'm sitting good. I'm
That's
gonna
what's up.
Cool.
leave it at that.
Speaking
But
of sitting, there was somebody sitting for an interview.
uh,
Shee.
what you got?
Yo, I will say this, man. Social media is a very, very crazy place because, as we were saying before, things just live on the net. Like, no matter what, things live on the net. You don't realize how detrimental things can be, especially if you are on the receiving end of what could be a very damning situation. If you're a young man who only knows a very limited space, you live in that fishbowl, and then you try to get out into the larger world, and then next thing you know, you on national television talking about a fake woman, and people find out, and they are very unforgiving, man. So yeah, like that. Yeah, should I
That's a
give
nice
him? Should I
setup.
give him who we talking about?
Go ahead, hit them with it.
Listen, if you were anywhere near a television in the year 2012, 2013, you knew about Manti Te'O. He was the star linebacker from Notre Dame who had an amazing senior campaign. He was one of the one of the only defensive players to be voted for or put in the Heisman race, Heisman running. He got the most votes for defensive player ever for the Heisman Trophy. Of course, he lost to Johnny Manziel, but he had this amazing senior season, went to the national championship against Alabama, got smacked in pure Alabama fashion. But no, to no fault of his own. But what was much more famous than his football career was the fact that he was the victim of a catfishing. And it only came out because the person that was catfishing him ended up fake dying. And then one day calls him like, yo, I'm not dead.
It's me.
And then, yeah, it's me. I'm not dead. I was trying to hide out from such and such and such. And then it just spirals out of control. So Netflix has a series of specials that they're doing on a few like crazy sports events. And Manti Te'O's story happened to be the first. Um, and we're gonna talk about it because who was that girl? Because we need to know who's that girl.
That
Like,
that had to be like the wife watched it first, and she got to the second episode,
mm-hmm.
and I told her I wanted to watch it, so she watched it over with me, and we watched it today just to
Yeah,
be fresh for
be
the
fresh.
show,
Yeah,
and just seeing it man, it was messed up, and if you watch it and you watch how his demeanor is, like he's still hurt
he's
over a fake
hurting.
chick,
He is
and
hurting. But
he never referred to her as the dude.
yeah,
He kept saying,
he's still believing that girl real.
you know what I'm saying. So if you watch it, and please, by all means, we want
Yeah,
y'all to watch it because it's a great story, but
yeah,
you can
it's
tell,
tragic.
yeah, he ain't right. You can tell it still bothers him inside because he'll get to certain points and he starts to choke up and like,
He
you
chokes her.
know,
Yeah,
he tears up. And I I'm like the one dude on the series. He's like, the chick need the dude or the person who was catfishing him needs to work for Disney because they can
yo,
throw their voice like no other.
yo, yo. That was the craziest part. When dude went behind that behind the veil or whatever the thing was,
Oh, Dr. Phil, yeah.
yo, and Dr. Phil was like, do the voice, and this man started doing that voice. I was like, yo, ain't no way. If you close your eyes, you would have believed that you were talking to a woman. You would have never known you were talking to a man. And that was the craziest part about it. So, like, we've skipped over some parts in the story, but like that right there, you could see how he was caught up in it. He definitely caught feelings. And one of the things that I think everybody overlooks is his religious affiliation.
Yeah.
Because him being Mormon, there were a lot of things that he couldn't do and a lot of things that he couldn't be a part of. And then him also being Samoan puts him in a position where he's in a tight knit community, a very small knit community. So he doesn't really have the understanding that somebody from Florida, from New York, we understand life in a larger sense. He's from a small island
What they call
in the
like
chain of islands
Polynesian,
of Hawaii. Yeah, he's from
like Polynesian culture or something like that.
yeah, it's Polynesian culture. Like
Yeah.
he's in a very small
Libby.
vacuum, small window.
Yeah. That's all he knew was that island.
That's it. And then he goes to go to the South Bend, Indiana, in the
Yeah.
snow. He's never seen snow before.
Yeah. He was
Just
kind of
imagine, like,
jacked up.
yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. What was even crazier is the fact that, like, in the beginning of the interview, you see that he doesn't know that the person that was catfishing him has now fully transitioned to being a woman.
Mm-hmm.
So like he still doesn't have the intricacies of the story because he could have believed that this was a woman for real. Like it's just it was tragic. It was sad. but there that was at that point in time because nobody knew what catfishing was really. So
Yeah,
many
he
people
said he
got caught
had
up
never
like
heard the
that.
term. He had never
Yeah,
heard the
like
term until the agent said it to him that one day
yeah,
at the combine.
yeah,
But
like it was.
what got me though is when the part in it when he like he was mad like after the girl supposedly died and came back. So he was like, "Well, if this is you, then I need you to do this. Take a picture with you holding your hand up like this. Write your initials. Write the date and the time and all this right there." And the dude who was doing the shit called the chick who he stole the picture from, asked her to
And she
do it,
did it.
and she did it because um told her it was for a kid who was dying and everything like that, and
Her
wanted to
cousin
see
who
the
got hit
picture.
by a car.
Yeah, and sent the picture and sent it to Manti, and he was like, "Oh my god, like you are alive." I'm like, this, like,
Yo, yo, it's sick. At the end of the day, it's sick, it's twisted, and it's unfortunate that he had to go through that because his career could have been so much greater had he
and
not
she
had
screwed
that
him and
media
made him
circuit.
stay his senior year because he was gonna leave his junior year. He
Can
was
you
gonna leave his
imagine that?
yeah, he was gonna leave his junior year, and she talked him
Stay
into
for the
staying.
senior
Like it's
year.
so many layers in the story. If you watch it, how she messed his family life up because his dad
Because he
didn't
doesn't have
respect
no.
him.
Yup.
Yeah, and then like you messed up his money because you told him to stay that extra year when he could have went to the NFL his junior year because he had a banging ass junior year season too,
Yeah.
and he could have been like top five pick.
He
And
was
she's
top
like,
five pick.
yeah, she was like, you need to do this, that, and the third, and don't. I'm like, what the? I'm sitting up there
Yeah.
mad for him today watching the shit. I'm like, man, what kind of shit is this?
Because imagine he leaves his junior year. This doesn't happen.
No,
We don't get to the point where the person has to lie and say that they died. We don't even get to that because he's in the league. You know, he probably break up with her anyway.
yeah,
And just like I was talking to my men about it, like yo, she could have just she the person could have just said, you know, I'm ending it. It's over.
yeah.
You went to the extent of saying I'm dead. Like
Like if you watch it
what?
though, they like, I don't feel proud for what I did, and I feel
I
remorseful,
bet.
and this, that, and the third, and all this, but I had to do what I had to do. I'm like,
No.
what?
What you had to do was keep your mouth shut.
and
Like
and and that
it went on
she
for three
played
years,
the
bro.
role. Yeah, she played the role of the cousin, the brother, the chick.
She played the role of herself, who she was before she transitioned.
Yeah.
So Renaya was her, but he was
Hmm.
also the cousin.
Lene was the chick.
Friend, yo,
Yeah, it's the wildest thing you can watch.
I have a question though.
Okay.
Now it may be very controversial, and I'm sorry for anyone who may be offended by this question. If he was of another race, does this reaction happen the same way?
What race are you talking about?
I'm thinking either way it goes, either way you slice the cake, you still get that.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
So if he wasn't like, you know, black and brown people, especially in the media, when they grab hold of a story, if you're a personality, like it goes crazy because we look at like you look at the people from Deadspin, they didn't think about okay, yeah, this is a crazy story, but this is also a young man's future on the line.
But well, you got to look at it though. You got to think back. They didn't go after him. They went after ESPN and everybody like that because they
But
fumbled the
they didn't.
story.
The reason why I understand them saying they went after ESPN, but the way that it's worded, it attacks Manti.
Hmm.
It doesn't say ESPN got it wrong or ESPN didn't do their research. It
Yeah.
said that Manti Te'o's girlfriend is a hoax or whatever.
Yeah. And was
So
he
like
in on it and all that?
exactly, he becomes the face of the situation. I honestly fault Notre Dame too because they should have got out in front of it and stopped whatever backlash could have come.
They
They
were
waited for the
scared too
national
because of the
championship game.
Heisman. They were scared because of the Heisman and the
He
championship
wasn't
game.
gonna win anyway. That's the thing. He wasn't gonna be
Hey
Johnny
Auntie.
Manziel.
Hold on, let me hit Aunt Renee with the Michael B. Jordan. Hey Auntie.
Hey, Auntie.
Hello, mother.
Yeah, gotta hit him with the Black Panther Killmonger. Hey
Listen,
Auntie.
I can't wait for that movie to come out. Just random, but I can't
Yeah.
wait for BP2. But yeah, big bro, like I know. Have did you watch it? Did you get a chance to watch
I haven't
the
watched it.
joint? Okay,
I'm listening to y'all, and I'm forming a lot in my mind and stuff. And
okay.
sorry, damn. I remember the Manti Te'o thing, and I couldn't um bring it back up until y'all started talking and stuff. And
Hmm.
oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
what that was,
yeah.
And man, you can't go in the NFL with all that on your mind.
No,
People, especially on the defensive side, any side for that matter. But um, he had a lot going through his head, and the world knew. We just talked about when some come out on the internet, man. The world knew what you had gone through.
yeah, yeah,
There ain't no hiding that. You it's just, and you're a public figure now. People
yeah.
say whatever when you're on TV, when you're NFL, NBA, all that other shit. Whenever you're in the public eye, you're a public figure
Mm-hmm.
because people see you constantly, and for some reason, a lot of people want to see every damn thing you do. You know, I'm of the mind that okay, when you're on the football field, that's when I want to see you. When you're taking a shit, I don't care. You know, so
Keep that to
and
yourself.
that goes for movie stars and everything. And people say, well, I'm a big Tom Cruise fan. Tom Cruise religion ain't got nothing on me. I whatever he does off Top Gun and every damn thing else, that's on him. I want to see the movies. I don't give a shit what he does
Yeah,
off set. And that's where people need to get, but we're not in that society anymore. We're in a society where people want 24-hour, seven
access.
days a week access. And
Mm-hmm.
and we're not ready for that. Nobody, no one is ready for that, man. No one is.
Yeah,
And just this this shit ruined that dude. It
it did.
ruined him. He couldn't play in the NFL with this on his mind because you on that field, you know, when you out there, when they're out there on that field, nobody knows what's being said unless somebody's mic'd up, and later on they'll, oh yeah, we mic this guy up, but they don't play every damn thing. They play
Yeah,
that
no,
shit
they
goes through
can't.
filters. Yeah, it goes through filters and all kind of rooms, and people, well, we'll let this go. We can let this part go. There's some
Right.
shit out there that said that we don't even know.
Yeah.
And on the basketball court, you don't have access to everything
Right.
because they can't give you that. But when it's unfiltered and it is presented to people, dude, I'm just gonna say we are not ready for
Not
that.
ready. Not ready at all.
And no matter what you think, you we can argue this till the cows come home. Tell me why you think we're ready for that. I don't. We're not. And
Yeah.
people's certain parts of people's lives still need to be private, no matter who they are, what they're doing, and everything else. They need private time. And
Yeah.
this guy, his whole life was blown apart.
Yeah. And me and Belinda were talking about that, and the crazy thing about it, like if you watch it, like the way, like you say, when he went to the NFL, he wasn't. He said he had a tingling sensation through his body. The whole he was going through anxiety. He had this
Yeah,
found out he had anxiety,
yeah.
and he couldn't focus and really
Can't be
do
on that
nothing.
football field with that shit, man.
Yeah. So
You
with
get
him,
killed that way.
yeah, with him feeling that way, like he couldn't, you can't react. If anybody has anxiety, you know what you go through. Like you clam up and you get beside yourself. You got to learn how to control your breathing and everything like
Hmm.
that. It stuff happens. Like I'm pretty sure a few people on here go through it, and
Yeah.
it's something hard. Like it takes a while to adjust it, but when you're playing a professional sport that moves very quickly,
In
you
seconds.
exactly you got to have that time to think and react and move quickly. And when you're sitting there talking about you got a numb feeling in your feet that's resonating up through your body to your fingertips and everything like that. And he didn't know because he was like, I went to a therapist. I didn't know what I was going through. It was anxiety.
Right.
Like,
Right.
you're out there, you're not thinking straight. You're just going through some things and you can't help it. And that the story is jacked up, man.
Yeah.
It's like you said, Deadspin could have spin it different and been like ESPN messed this up, but you come out and just say his name and then say, did he have something to do with it? Like this kid was oblivious to all of that. Like he didn't know
Yeah.
the dude was in love with somebody who he thought was real,
Yeah, but
And for
you
all
got
intents and
people.
purposes, he thought like you get a picture from somebody that same day,
saying
you
what you
believe that
told
this
him to
person
do.
is real. Yeah. Like,
Yeah, and and,
what
and,
you gonna
and,
do?
and you got people that's just looking for a story, man. They're
Yeah.
trying to make it regardless of what it does to you.
And that's
Yeah,
And
exactly what they said. They said that very thing that they couldn't sit on the story anymore. One, because they didn't want anybody to get in front of it, and two, they didn't want anyone to take it. So
yeah,
all
yeah,
they worried
so
about was getting the story out. No matter because
yeah,
he's one of the guys even said we weren't gonna check every single source to make sure that everything was exactly true. We
yeah,
just had a story and we went with it. And because of that, this man, because like even you talking about he's playing the anchor of the defense. He's playing middle linebacker at that.
yeah,
He is the captain of the defense. As the
quarterback of the
defense,
defense.
as he goes, the defense goes. So if he's not able to make and read and react, because that's exactly what his job is to read and react. If he can't do that, he can't play at a high level. I was surprised. I didn't even realize that he was still in the league till like 2020 or something like that, or maybe even up to like last year.
yeah. He was
I
on
think
the
he bounced
practice
around to like three
squad of the
teams
he was on the practice squad of the
But the practice
Bears.
squad.
Yeah, he was like, well, I
of
mean,
the
he was
Bears
on the squad, but then he got bumped down. So
because he
it was
played for the
kind
Saints for
of
3 years, got bounced to another team, and then so the final stop was Chicago.
yeah,
But it's a crazy situation because I feel like everyone was like waiting for him to mess up for whatever reason. And then you have this story come out and it just derails his entire thing. And I want to go back to what Pete said. Like it messed up the relationship with his father, a relationship that he valued. And you can tell that he's hurt by it, that he doesn't have that for real anymore. Because out of his own father's mouth was, "You brought shame to our family's name. You being the oldest, you should have known better."
hmm
But what advice did he give him in the moment? Because he came to his father and his mother and told them what happened. It's not like he kind of ran with it. What people are faulting him for is that the Heisman night when they gave the Heisman to Johnny Manziel. What's the broadcaster from ESPN? His name is like Chris something. I forgot his name, but he
that
asked him a
wasn't
question
that wasn't
about
Fowler, Chris Fowler, I think. No, wasn't Chris Fowler.
Nah, Chris Fowler's from MTV.
Mortensen?
No,
Nah, he's
keep talking.
he's
I
still
figure.
on. He's still on college football.
I
I
don't know them
forgot his
motherfuckers.
name, but he asked him a question like, you've been through this, you've been through that. It's well documented. What did you pull on? And he made mention to the girlfriend dying. Of course, his grandmother died, and nobody, people look over that too. His grandmother died in the process of the fake girlfriend dying. So there was no sympathy for that because you had this story of the hoax happening and all of that. There was so much that people missed that could have helped him go through that, but
Was
because
Chris
it's more
Fowler?
profitable,
I know
It
what
is
the
Chris
hell I was.
Fowler.
Yeah, I know what the hell I was
So
talking
who?
about.
There's another. I forgot what the other guy then from MTV. So Chris Fowler. So yeah, but he asked the question. But his grandmother dying gets overshadowed. No one talks about that. The relationship with his mother and father. Well, maybe his mother doesn't change, but his father definitely changes because you could see the pride in his father. Because when the documentary starts, the first thing that they say is, "I hate Renaya Tuiasosopo," who is actually the cousin of Marcus Tuiasosopo, who I forgot what team he played for in the NFL, but he was also a standout college star. But like you have all these things that transpire, and
He had a
ultimately,
lot
what's
of family
amazing
members
to me,
in the
yeah.
NFL.
Oh, and Manti Te'o's family was, or was it Tuiasosopo?
Yeah, the other dude, the Rinaldi guy, or whatever.
Yeah.
It was half his
So
family was in the NFL.
yes,
He
have his
hated
family like
football.
from way back. That's right. So from way back, like 70s type, they had people in the NFL. But one thing that stood out to me the most about Manti was what he says at the end. He says, "I'll take all the memes, I'll take all the jokes if my story inspires somebody else to be great."
One person.
And for him, yeah, if one, like, he does it for that one person whose story changes because they see his story. Like he'll take all that punishment, he'll carry it on his shoulders if one person has their breakthrough and becomes what they're destined to become. And for him to say that, and this is at the end, it literally ends with that. It goes off, tears in his eyes. Damn, I was about to cry. Like he hit me in the heart. I'm like, damn, like I don't know if I could be that strong because I might try to find Renee, and Renee might be no more. Renee might actually die the way that Renee thought he wanted to die. Cause like I even think about my son Trey, who like they have access to social media and whatnot. He's not on social media, but he plays Fortnite, he plays Apex, and that's a form of social media because you can be in the chats, you can be talking to somebody, talking crazy or whatever. But he's so, I wouldn't say he's sheltered, but he's not experienced in the way that I was growing up in New York or how we grew up because 90s and the early 2000s, because everything was so new, we knew more. He's sheltered. So I can imagine him being being what's the word I'm looking for? I want to like I don't want this to sound
Misled
crazy.
or
Yeah, misled. I could see him being coaxed into something like this because his interactions with people, especially after the pandemic, we definitely got a little bit more to ourselves. I could see something like this happening, and I couldn't imagine seeing the hurt that my son could possibly go through and allow it to kind of transpire. Like I wouldn't take that high road because the road that Manti Te'O took, like he's literally like, I mean, he's a saint, bro. Like next to Jesus Christ, like man, like it's Jesus Manti because the way that he was talking, I've never heard another human being have that much humility, have that much respect, have that much ability to overlook the things that have happened in their life and see the bigger picture. Like it's hard for me to see the bigger picture and somebody's pants was too small in a suit. Like the world is over for me if that happens. I couldn't imagine having a fake girlfriend for 3 years. The world's finding out about it. People calling me gay and this and that. Like, I mean, they had all these different things going on about him, and he can still say at the end of all of this, if it helps somebody, it was worth it. Like that's a different type of man. That's a
dude. That
different type of person.
I
Yeah.
was just gonna say that. Yeah, it ain't a lot of them in the world.
No.
You know, it's not a lot of him in the world to sit there and even um, express that type of mentality or feeling. You know, because the first thing we go, I got to find this motherfucker and kill him. that,
Kill him
that
dead.
that's just it. Fuck that. The world know I got to go out like a G. But that ain't what it's about, man. Cause you go out like a G, then hell, you don't know where you go end up.
Might be somebody's B.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Guard,
Now, now,
guard.
now you at the other end of the spectrum.
Taking
But
somebody's D.
yeah, all that. But
Yeah.
things happen, and
Yo. Listen.
damn. But things happen, and and like I said before, when you're in the spotlight,
Yeah, man.
it's magnified,
Yeah.
and there's no coming back from it. The only thing you could do is try to make it better. And him saying that, hey, I hope this inspires somebody. I hope somebody sees it. I hope somebody
Yeah.
gains some understanding. Hey, I had to go through this, and for him to be maybe the first one in this instance that this happened to, then yeah, people will understand. And but the world is so let's say unforgiving right now because everybody's for them fucking selves. And it's sad to say, but everyone is for themselves. And if that means I got to step on your neck to get some damn where, then I got to do that. And that's how it shouldn't be, but that's how it is. That's what ESPN did. That's what all these people did that was trying to get their stories out because it was about them. They had to get it out there so that they could be in the forefront as opposed to getting shit right. And nobody's thinking about or talking about that. And it's just sad, man, where everybody's racing to to let's just
Shit
say
on each
grab the
other.
bag or whatever, because that's the fucking saying of the day now.
Yeah.
I got to get the bag, so everybody's racing to this imaginary fucking bag and not thinking about the people who they stepping on and who they're hurting getting to
Unless they stepping on the
it.
imaginary girlfriend, but yeah.
Yeah, that whatever. But in doing that, you don't care. You don't care the carnage that you're
Yeah.
causing behind you and underneath you and stuff.
Yeah.
And that is where the problem lies. Because I gotta have this. I gotta this mine, and I gotta claim it, and all this other bullshit that people spew on. Dude, I wish, honestly, honest to God, I sit here every day trying to figure out how I can filter out my whole internet and only sell shit to people. I don't want to see nobody else's shit. Honestly, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want, and I, the only way I can do that is unfriend every fucking body, and I might just do that.
Pop the
But
top.
if I, but if I do that, then I'm gonna lose all my clientele because people, oh, he unfriended me. I got to unfriend this motherfucker. No, I don't want to see shit. So I'm just unfriending you. But if you want to buy from me, I'm still good. But that's another topic for another day. I honestly, I don't want to see a whole bunch of dumb shit because
Yeah,
99.999 infinity is dumb shit on the
yeah,
internet. It
this
is.
is very true.
I wish you could prove me wrong because we got a clip that we could put on right now that we've been showing and laughing at for days, for the last couple of days. Here we go. But
Yo, I just need to know what happened.
this cat came around the corner hauling ass, hit this truck for no reason, flipped it over.
That truck, that's a powerful engine, but that is a live depiction of Manti Te'o's career after
And,
after
and
the hoax. For real, like
yeah,
Hellcat, 500 horsepower. We out here
700.
the joint 700 horsepower. I mean, he was moving. Next thing you know, the girlfriend is fake, and it just goes,
Yeah.
it bursts into flames, man. But bro, like it'll never stop. One, because it is profitable to show bull. Like it's profitable to show the nastiness of people's lives. It's more profitable to ruin someone's life than it is to uplift them.
Oh
And
yeah,
to the other
very more
topic, because I know
profitable.
we're gonna probably end the show in a little bit, but that's why it's so important for people to help those that they can around them to get as far as they can while they can, because there's always going to be somebody who's waiting for their downfall, who has something in the holster that can derail their entire situation. So if like if you have the means to pull somebody up, that's why I fault Notre Dame. They had the means to stop this story dead in its tracks. And rather than stop the story dead in its tracks, they worried about a Heisman Trophy that he wasn't going to win, and then worried about a national championship that they definitely weren't going to win because they just were not equipped to handle what Alabama had that year. They weren't going to win no matter what. It was a great season. They were undefeated after a few years of just mediocre play over at Notre Dame. They had their first amazing season, and that is what they saw. They saw the opportunity for Notre Dame to get more notoriety instead of saying, we're going to take care of this young man who stayed here 4 years, could have left here last year, had an even a more amazing season this year. We're going to take care of him no matter what. He's told us what happened. We're going to get out in front of it. We're going to make sure that he looks as, blameless as possible, because we need people to know that he had nothing to do with this. I would have gave Renaya's name at that press conference or something, but they should have built something around him because he was their star attraction.
They
They
let
should
him
have
take the
built something
fall.
around him. Yo, he took the fall, the bullet, he hopped on the chopping block, the guillotine dropped on his head and cut his
Yours.
head off.
Yeah.
He was hanged, all of that. But they had an opportunity to say, Manti, we got your back. Instead of them saying that, they asked him, well, what do you want to do? This kid does not even know that the person he's talking to is fake. There was red flags. I mean, there was so many red flags. It looked like a red sea. Like it was all out there for him to see, but he never could. So you think that a person or a young kid, a young man who can't see the signs of this happening to him is going to make the right decision to come out and get in front of a story when he's never had media training? Probably how does he know what he needs to say? There were people around him that let him down, and ultimately Deadspin did whatever
It did
Deadspin had to
justice.
do,
Yeah.
and went with it. But if you have the means to support someone and lift them up, let this moment be a lesson to you. What happened to Manti Te'o could have been avoided if the people around him lifted him up instead of just letting him fall on a sword that he wasn't ready for. But now, thank God he has matured as a man. Yo, you
He's
never know. He
married
could have
now
he
with
could
a
have committed, yo,
kid
and
on the way.
listen, he's married.
Yeah,
He didn't get the short end of the stick on the marriage.
yeah. He married with a kid. I think a kid on the way now. She just found out she was pregnant when
Yeah.
the documentary came out. I read that today.
Like, yo, and that goes to show you when you live your life with a forgiving heart and a heart that doesn't harbor resentment. Now he could be frustrated or angry or sad at the situation, but that's not resentment because he also says at the end, wherever Renaya and his family is, I pray that they're blessed and they're doing well. Like when you have a heart that's pure, things come back around and they turn around for you, no matter what. I don't care what your situation was, what you felt, what you thought. As long as your heart is pure when you're walking this earth, I promise you, God is gonna make sure that whatever tried to take you out is gonna lift you up. Because I'm pretty sure he got a bag now too because of this documentary. Whatever money he missed out on from the draft,
Yeah,
he gonna get that bag because of this documentary. So I'm telling you, and I know I don't. This is not of your herd, but I just feel it in my spirit, yo. I'm telling you, whatever you felt like was gonna take you out in certain situations, I promise you, you live your life with a pure heart, with a pure mind, one that doesn't seek revenge or seek, you know, resentful hatred against somebody else. If you're able to rise above that stuff, you'll live long enough to see God bring the very thing that was going to take you out, be able to be your footstool to prop you back up. Because I promise you, nobody thought that Manti Te'O would have been able to speak about the situation ever again the way that he did. Like
no,
that showed me, that wanted me to be a better man, like made me want to be a better man, because there are people that I still hold resentment for, and they didn't do twice what, or even a iota of what that person did to Manti Te'O, and he has the humility enough to forgive this person and to say what I went through was for the reason or the purpose of lifting somebody else up. When people dropped him like that, that's just, if that doesn't show you that there's redemption in every story, I don't know what will. Because he's living a good life, even though it still brings up certain feelings at the end. When it's all said and done, he got what he wanted. He found love, and now he gets to raise a family with,
yep.
with a whole heart and a whole mind.
It's a dope
So
story, man. I mean, everybody
yeah,
who listened, go watch it on Netflix. I mean, come back, comment on it. Tell us what you thought about it.
yeah.
We'll revisit it and discuss it some more. We didn't get to the other topic of the night.
Now we did pull
Yeah,
people up. If you got it, help them.
yeah, yeah,
You don't gotta fund it, but if
yeah.
you
Come
have
on.
knowledge that allows somebody else to get ahead, give them that knowledge.
Yeah.
Sit them down. If you drink coffee, get a coffee with them. If you like ham and eggeries, get some ham and eggeries. But don't
I'm gonna
let
say
nobody be
this.
out here with their tail between their legs, man.
I'm gonna say this, and me and my wife, we took a trip over to see our accountant today. Pete know this person, and
T Pizzle.
we keep him under wraps because we got to and shit. But
Shout out to my guy. I won't mention your name, but shout out to you, baby.
yeah,
Shout out to the
yeah,
plug.
one of the best accountants on the planet. But
Can I get that? Because I got a couple of coins.
all right, but you know, people with knowledge, they, they can feed you, and you gotta um be willing to eat what they feed you.
Yeah,
Or if they lead you to water, you gotta drink
drink
it.
that. Drink that water.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the one thing, I've noticed, and the one thing that happens is a person that's achieved a certain success, they can't give you everything, because if they do, you still won't achieve success, and
Yeah.
then you'll blame them.
Yeah.
Well, he told me this and that, and I still didn't do that. What they give you is enough for you to go achieve it on your own. And with that, because he was sitting there and he was telling us, hey, I know y'all for a long time. It's things I did that y'all could do. I can't tell you what you can do, but I know there's things that you can do because I've been told, and you just need to do them. I've and I'm sitting there, I'm like, fuck, why are you talking in riddles, dude? But when you leave and you think,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, that's what he meant, and then it motivates you more. If somebody sat there and just gave you the one, two, threes and told you where to put the pieces of the puzzle, you wouldn't achieve nothing, because then you would just sit back. All right, well, hell, I got everything here now, so I can kick back and just wait for it to come to me.
That
No,
don't always work that way.
you got to go out there and get it.
You gotta put it into
You got to
practice.
think about it, and see, when you have to think about it, you have a sense of um I want to say achievement, because you achieved that. The person gave you a couple of crumbs, and you took that and you made what you needed to make out of it. If somebody sat there and gave you everything, then did you, yeah, you achieved something, but in the back of your mind you go think, fuck, they gave, this person gave me all this, and then you thinking, well, he know that he gave me all this, and so now I owe him, and all. Your mind is messed up. When your mind's messed up, you're not gonna excel to the place you need to be. And so a person that is truly about it will give you enough to where you, if you're truly about it, you will achieve it on your own from what they gave you, as opposed to just giving everything to you. And now, hell, if you fuck it up, it's on you. But it's damned if you damned if you do, damned if you don't. So we're in a situation where, as I want to say, because I gotta say things properly and I gotta word things correctly so that nobody's misunderstanding nothing. Um, we can help each other, but we have to help each other properly,
Yeah.
because if I help you too much, I'm hindering you.
Yeah.
And we could, I could spend a whole nother episode on that. Me and my brother talk about that every day. Every day we talk about that. How we
Yeah.
know how some people are helping somebody they think they helping, and they hindering the fuck out of them,
Yeah. Crippling them.
because they think they're helping but they're not.
Yeah.
But if you gave somebody just a little nudge, just a little nudge, then they go off and prosper on their own. That's help. That's
Yeah.
help. Not, oh, I got this for you, I got that for you. Don't worry about this. Don't, you just go be great. How the fuck somebody go be great if you're doing everything for them? They can't. they, how do,
It's
they can't
impossible.
be great. It's a you can't be great if everything's done for you. What? How the fuck? What you gonna be great at? Everything else done for you.
Being a moocher.
So shit. I guess the only thing you can solve is the black hole equation or something, because ain't nothing else on earth for you to solve because everything done for you.
You just a regular
Honestly,
ham and
what
nugget.
else? What else is left? What else is left?
you
Because
right.
if everything right here done for you, shit, you got to solve the black hole equation. That then, yeah, you solve some shit. Other than that, well, I went
Let's
over
talk.
here and I got a car, bitch. Everybody got a car. You ain't done shit. You ain't done shit.
Yeah, even if it is
So
$250,000.
no matter what it costs, no matter what the
All right,
cost,
champ. Don't start that shit this week.
no matter the cost. But honestly, man, we I I caution myself saying this, but it needs to be said.
Say it.
Our um our exposure to social media needs to be like um limited. It you if it's not feeding you, it's
Oh
hurting you.
yeah, yeah.
And if you're looking at other people's lives and thinking, "Fuck, that could be me," I should no.
That's the worst
It,
way to live.
it can't be you because you ain't about that shit. So looking at everything else going on around you with no way of possibly achieving any of that is only crushing you.
Yeah.
It's only crushing you, man. And that's what people don't understand. This shit's out here for a reason. Either you go make it or you ain't. And that's what they showing you. And every day, oh man, I can't do that. I can't do that. Look at them. I can't do that. Oh, what the fuck am I gonna do? Oh God. Uh, you just go further and further down the fucking hole
Yeah.
because you're looking at some shit that you would. Damn, why y'all got me laughing?
Yo.
Because
Hey,
I'm
Yo.
serious,
I know
He
you're
was
trying to be
serious about
serious,
this
but
shit.
yeah. Hey,
dude.
We gotta reel you back
I'm
in.
trying to inform motherfuckers. Honestly,
They not listening. They don't hear you though, man.
get off that shit, man. Get off that fucking shit. Cause honestly, it ain't doing nothing for you. It's not. It's prohibiting you from being who you can be. Honestly,
Yeah.
it is.
Making you
It.
great. Yeah, man.
I don't know no other way to put it, but that's our world now. So you can't say, "Well, I gotta take this part out of my." Yeah, you truly do, and focus. The '80s and the '90s was the best fucking time to grow up, man. Honestly, it
We was
was because it
unplugged.
was
We was
before this
unplugged,
shit,
bro.
and it was on the cusp. But we, man, that shit was great. And then when this shit came about, everybody lost their fucking mind. So you got to look back at that and think everybody got rich. Everybody that invested in the dot coms and all that shit, they got rich. And people that try to get in later, they lost their ass. Just like now, Bitcoin and all
Mhm.
the other shit. People that got in early, they got all the money. Everybody trying to get in now and got in a few years ago. It ain't there for them. It ain't.
Tanking.
And people say what they want to say, but look at it. Facts back me up. Don't take this shit seriously. You got a whole life. You got a life to live, and it's things out there for you. And for me to be on the internet saying this is fucking amazing.
That's why I bust out laughing when you said what you said. That's why I started laughing. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
You gotta
yeah. Cause
unplug while I'm saying this on a
yeah,
platform.
yeah,
we're
yeah, yeah,
saying
yeah.
this, but you know, this is how we maneuver. So
But
But we yo,
I ain't
but we
saying
we actually
completely
contribute something
unplug.
to society.
I ain't
yeah,
saying completely unplug, but you can't be on this shit 24/7.
you're
You
not
can't.
Move
productive
to.
when you always on it. I mean, granted, you can go in there and research and resource stuff, but don't lock yourself in. And on that note, I'm gonna let people go because we've been on here an hour and 20 minutes, and that's too damn long for us.
Yo,
Swoop,
they
Swoop
getting
got shit to do,
quality
man. Man got
work.
school tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to get
You
his
got
little
the most. You have the most powerful weapon in your hand all day. How you use it is up to you. This is
May the
the
force
most
be with
powerful
you.
weapon on the planet. It is. I don't. People can say whatever, but this is the most powerful weapon on the planet right now. So how you
hey,
I
use
can
it
make
is up
money
to
in
you,
China off this phone, yo.
dude.
Sitting in Charlotte, North Carolina.
I made money in 5 different fucking continents selling comic books, but I can't make
Crazy.
money in my hometown. Go figure.
on that note, hey, we like appreciate y'all for coming out tonight.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Ari.
Quick shout outs. I'm gonna knock them out first. Ari, happy birthday, baby. Wife, the kids, the fam, you guys, the viewers, everybody who tuned in, everybody who watched, everybody who gonna tell somebody to fucking tell somebody to watch. Dang, that's probably about the only cuss word I said tonight. Cool. Um, this shout
Yeah,
out
you've been
to
clean.
I've been all right tonight. I told you I'm on a high frequency. I'm at that 9, man. I'm trying to stay there. I'm just wrap this up and go watch a little TV and keep it going.
Yeah.
Anything else y'all boys want to say?
I'm good.
Shout out to my wife. She be holding it down, man. Tomorrow while I'm in class, she has to do some teacher visits for my son who's going to the 6th grade, and also my neighbor across the street. Shout out to them. Their daughter just had back surgery. She's healing up good, and we've had their
Damn.
son for the pretty much for the whole week. And my wife is going to take him tomorrow to meet the teacher too. So she's super mom right now. So
Oh, that's
shout out to my wife. She'll also have Cooper and Carmen with her, so she'll have a whole
she
bunch
had
of little kids running
Tried
around. Yeah,
before.
4 kids while I'm in class. So she's gonna hold it down. Shout out to my wife. Shout out to my mother-in-law. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody. Yeah, shout out to everybody that's trying to make it. Keep going, but put your phone down because niggas be wilding on the internet. So don't do that.
all right. And on that note, it's your boy Drew,
Swoop.
Eric,
and we are the global unknowns.
coat the babola, motherfuckers.